Something that tends to come up for a lot of the incredible clients I work with, and just people in general that I speak to, whether friends or colleagues, family, whoever it is, there seems to be an emerging topic that continues to present itself over and over again. And that is of patterns of behavior specifically, where in having conversations with people, they tend to say, oh, I keep attracting the same thing over and over and over again. And this tends to be more often than not as it relates to partnership or a relationship with a significant other, rather, trying to get the words out. They'll say to me, yeah, I mean, I don't want to be with, this type of person, but that seems to be the only thing that I'm attracting. That is the only thing that I continuously seem to call in. These are the types of men or types of women that I seem to attract. So I don't understand. Or alternatively, same thing with a career. They have big dreams or big aspirations, but yet they continue to attract or find the same types of opportunities over and over again. And this is what we call a pattern of behavior, or a pattern of being, let's call it, for lack of a better term, meaning we continue to attract the same thing over and over again. There are a couple of reasons for it. I was going to say because it's easy, but I mean, yes, in a roundabout way, because that's the easiest thing to do, but there's a reason why. And it all goes back to the brain, and we talk about the brain a lot, but the brain loves pattern. It loves habituality. It likes to be comfortable. It likes to be predictable. It likes to know what's coming next. So when it comes to patterns of behavior, we so often revert back to what it is that we know and what's comfortable, because that's what makes our ego mind or our brain feel most at ease, feel most in balance, when we continue to do the same thing over and over again, despite the fact that we as the being, we as the soul, might want to do something outside of this. We might want to break the pattern or become unstuck from the pattern. We end up getting frustrated with ourselves because we're like, wait a minute, hold on, I'm just finding myself back in the pattern. Why is this? I can't seem to change to save my life. I keep doing the same things over and over again. And there's an element here of believing that there isn't freedom to change, that you're stuck and doomed to live the pattern forever and ever and ever, that it's outside of you, that that's simply who you are. And my message would be to encourage you to not accept that reality, stating, oh, that's just how it is for me, because that is putting the control outside of you. You have the control to break the pattern, to get unstuck. But it begins with you recognizing that there is a pattern that you need to come out of. And so often the universe will test you in a lot of ways, will test whether or not you actually want to change by giving you more of the same pattern over and over again, providing you with evidence that the pattern exists, reminding you that it's there, so much so that you're like, okay, I see it, I get it, now what? How do I move out of this? And we're going to talk about tests another day, because that's an important part of the journey as well too. But when you're moving and you're trying to get out of these patterns that you find that are habitual, that you find yourself in over and over again, you have to recognize and realize the element of control that you have. Because if you can't see, I have control to get myself out of a pattern, I have control to get myself out of stuckness, you'll continue to be going down the same spiral. It will play like on repeat. Like, just rewind the VHS Blockbuster tape and play it again. I am aging myself with that reference. But it's important to recognize the role you're playing in keeping you right where you are. And we talked about this the other day. But you can bust out of it. You can make change. If it's as it pertains to partnership, it's going to require you to take a look at what role you're playing in keeping you or in attracting those same people. Because remember, the people you attract are a reflection of your inner world. So if you're continuing to attract a certain type of partner, it is an indication that there's stuff going on the inside that is maybe unhealed, that needs to be looked at, that needs to be addressed within you, because people are mirrors. People are mirroring back to you what you are putting out into the world. So if there's a pattern to be broken, and that's being reflected to you, it's going to take some self-reflection. It's going to take journaling. It's probably going to take accessing some type of support, perhaps with a counselor, a therapist, a coach, whatever it might be, calling on your friends. It's really difficult to do it alone because it requires you to take a good hard look at yourself on the inside. But there is a way out, that I can promise you. And if you are stuck in those patterns of behavior, if the same things are coming up for you over and over and over again, trust me, this is some of the profound work that I've been doing with my clients, and we are seeing incredible results. We are seeing through the Purposeful Insight program the incredible results that can come out of recognizing where you're in that spiral, where you're in that cycle of habituality, and taking your power back and recognizing that you have the ability to break free. But it starts with that element of control, and it starts with you reflecting and looking internally to see what is there and what needs to be sorted. But if this is something that you are struggling with, if negative thought patterns is something that is really resonating with you right now, if you're sitting there and you're watching this and you're like, that is me, I am stuck in a pattern, holy cow, mind blown, please reach out to me. Let's have a chat. Honestly, what's the absolute worst that could happen? You could begin to recognize and you could begin to see that there is light at the tunnel. That is the worst case scenario. But again, of course, that is always my extension, my invitation to you. It is up to you to take it. Here's the invitation. Anyways, my friend, I hope you are happy, healthy, and abundant. And of course, make it a great day, make it a great day, make it a great day. Wow, we're moving and grooving all over the place today. All right, let's get to it.